Hello everybody and welcome to this video tutorial series. In this tutorial series I teach you, and rather show you, how to make your own magic cards in the Multiverse engine. This is going to be episode 1, so we're going to start kind of small. We're just going to make Watchwolf. It's a vanilla creature, it does nothing. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you how to set all this stuff up so that you can do this in the future. The first thing you need to do after you download the Multiverse package and unzip it, you'll have a folder that looks something like this. It'll have a folder called Assets, a folder called Lib, and you'll have the jar that runs the game. And you may or may not have a bunch of other files. Assets, the Assets folder is where all the good stuff is. It's where all the cards are, it's where all the decks are, and everything like that. So if you go into your Assets folder and then go into Decks, there's a list of decks here. One of them should be called test.txt. Don't worry about the DEC files, just go down to the text files. And go ahead and open test.txt. Whatever's in it you can probably just get rid of, except for the line that has all the test lands, because you'll probably need those in testing. At least it makes life a whole lot easier. If you don't have that deck, just go ahead and make a new text file and rename it to whatever you want. Once you've done that, once you have your test deck in that folder, go back to the main folder where the program is, where the assets and lib folder are. You should have a file called preferences.ini. If you don't, you can run the multiverse jar and it will make that file and a bunch of other files, but preferences is the one you want. So I'm just going to open this. And this is basically a bunch of options. Now one of them is default deck. This is the deck that you will actually use when you run the program. So if it's not test.text, go ahead and change it to that or whatever you named it. So whenever you run the program, you'll be using this test deck. So you just change it and then hit save. And now we're going to actually make Watchwolf. So go into your assets folder, then cards, and you'll see a bunch of cards. These are all the cards that are currently in the engine. There's a lot of them. But at the top there's one called 0 blank. This is kind of a template card that's mostly blank, hence the name. So what you want to do is just copy it and paste it in the same folder, and then rename it to Watchwolf, and then open it. I'm going to open it here so we have so we can zoom in on it. Alright, so these are just the stats of the card. This is like the bare minimum that you need in order to have a functional card. So for Watchwolf, name Watchwolf. Mid means Multiverse ID. It's used for loading card art and for finding card art. You can find a card's Multiverse ID by going on to Gatherer, which I've already done for Watchwolf. Search for whatever card you're doing, and at the very top on the address bar, at the very end of the address bar, it'll say Multiverse ID, sometimes it says MID, I guess, equals, and then some number. This number here is the Multiverse ID, so you can just copy and paste it, and that's it for the Multiverse ID. Monocost, Watchwolf, is green-white. Now monocosts have to be inside these square brackets, and if you've used Magic Set Editor, it uses pretty much the same syntax as that. I have a whole page on it on the documentation, I believe, right here. It's kind of a mess right now, but I'll try to improve it later. So you can figure out the monocost yourself. Remember, just square brackets, and it's pretty much the same as MSE. Types. This is just a list of card types, not super types, not subtypes, just types. So artifact, creature, land, whatever. Watchwolf only has one type, creature. And these have to be uppercase. Alright, subtypes is kind of like the previous one, kind of like types, but here we list the subtypes with the types. For Watchwolf, it's very simple. It has one type, creature, and its subtype is wolf. Now, if we had an artifact creature up on types, we would actually put artifact, semicolon, and then creature, semicolon. So they're semicolon delimited in types and subtypes. Within, on the subtypes line, after every type you list, you need the colon, and after every subtype, to separate the subtypes, you need a comma. So let's say Watchwolf was a wolf wizard, it would be creature, colon, wolf, comma, wizard, and then a semicolon at the end. Alright, so if this confuses you, just look at other card files and you'll probably pick it up pretty quickly. There are only two things missing from this: power equals 3, toughness equals 3. Those are omitted on the blank card because not all cards have a power and toughness. So this is our Watchwolf. We just save it, and now if we go back to our test deck, we're going to add a new line, and we're going to put, I guess, 5 Watchwolf. We're going to save that. And I already have the server running, but when you do this, you're going to have to run like a batch file or something. Don't worry, it'll come with it. There'll be a README. And I'm going to run the program from source, but you'll be running it from a jar. And just give it a second to start up right here. Okay, here it comes. 15 cards in it, 10 test lands, 5 Watchwolves. So we're going to start, and it's downloading the art, I hope. There it goes. So as you can see, we have a bunch of test lands in the hand, and we have Watchwolf in the hand. We can go ahead and play test land and try to play a Watchwolf. Yeah, it costs green-white, and yeah, it's a 3/3. Alright, so that's it for episode 1. In episode 2, I think we'll do activated abilities. That's it.